When it comes to healthy bones, experts have contradictory ideas about that. However, there are some points where nearly all experts agree to. One is that for healthy bones you need vitamin D. One is that you need to do exercises and as possible every day. And then they also agree what you should avoid. You should avoid sugar, you should avoid alcohol, and you should avoid coffee, at least to a certain degree. Let's look together what makes bones healthy and how that relates to rebounding. Bones support your body and allow you to move. They protect your brain, the heart, and other organs from injury. Bone is a living, growing tissue. It is made mostly of two materials: collagen, which is a protein that provides a soft framework, and calcium, a mineral that adds strength and hardness. This combination makes bones strong and flexible enough to hold up under stress. Bone releases calcium and other minerals into the body when you need them for other uses. For instance, when you eat sugar or when you drink coffee, the body needs this calcium in order to balance that out. And remember when you were a child and the dentist said that you should not eat so much sweets? One reason is that the body needs the calcium to compensate the sweets, and it takes it where it gets it, the teeth and the bones. And you can think of your bones as a bank where you deposit and withdraw bone tissue. During your childhood and teenage years, new bone is added or deposited to the skeleton faster than old bone is removed or withdrawn. As a result, in your childhood, your bones become larger, heavier, and denser. After age 30, bone withdrawals can begin to go faster than deposits. If your bone deposits don't keep up with the withdrawals, you get osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is a disease in which the bones become weak and more likely to fracture. People with osteoporosis most often break bones in three areas: the hip, the lower spine, and the wrists. What tells a bone that bone needs to be built? A mechanical squish of the cells is what does the job. In other words, the cell is a mechanical receptor that has to sense compression, pull, or a gentle vibration that physically changes the shape of the cell and moves the fluids within it, much like the way a squeezing sponge will change the shape of the sponge and displaces the water within. That squish is the signal for the bone cells to build bone mass. In terms how your ancestors evolved, the bones in your spine, pelvis, and legs got the signal to build through frequent jogging. Today, with the hard impact of concrete, jogging is not so much recommended when you have passed your 40s. Rebounding, however, offers you exactly the benefits of the squish without straining your joints or your back, because rebounders, like the bungee cord rebounders, absorb 85% of this harsh impact and leave you with easy, manageable 15%. For bone health, your body prefers frequent squishes. Think about the example of the sponge. It's the difference between squeezing the sponge several times, letting it relax and fill with water between squishes, versus squeezing the sponge once and holding it for a length of time. You will get more water squeezed out of the sponge in the first case, which is similar to more bone building signals being sent to build bone mass. And that's why rebounding is more efficient and effective at building bones than activities such as swimming or long-distance cycling. Hard bouncing is counterproductive. For optimal bone building, your body prefers squishes of the appropriate magnitude. Generally speaking, the greater the force, the better the bone building effect. But if the squish is too hard, your body senses it as an excessive force, at which point the bone does the opposite and begins to degenerate. That is why long-distance runners, like their cyclist friends, can also suffer from fractures of their pelvis. The pounding on the hard pavement can be too great a strain, and so again, the bones are not cued in a way that signals bone building. Here it becomes obvious why the new generation of bungee rebounders are beneficial for building bone density and why the conventional spring-loaded, hard-bouncing rebounders are less helpful.